Hey there, Aquarius. Welcome to your reading for the week of August 6th. I can't remember what week it is at all today, but let's see what is coming up for you this week. Yeah, I mean, it's been a pretty positive week for everybody, I have to say. Definitely some sort of changes that seem to be going on. Things seem to be getting better for people, so I definitely like to see that. But you start off with the Eight of Diamonds. This card represents work in a lot of ways, so a lot of you could just be very busy. It represents material success on the horizon as well, so it can represent like the changes that you're making now as far as like finances are concerned or money. You could see like more money in the future because of that, so it's a great card. It is a card that does represent, you know, a great time to budget, a great time to make money and things like that. You know, this card could say that you could be, some of you, again, some of you, this represents money in the future, so you might not be getting it right now. For others of you, it does represent money right now, but it says that you should be saving it, or you should be putting it aside and not spending it, because, again, this is a card of, like, budgeting and things like that, but it's just a great card for that. A great card if you're in sales, by the way, as well. Next, you have the Five of Spades. This is a great card for health changes, which has come up quite a bit this week for different signs, so if you're making any health changes, or if you want to make health changes, this is a good card for doing that. It can also represent breakups and divorce, but again, you would already be going through that at this time, and it just represents the process basically there. Next, you have the Ace of Diamonds. Again, very good card for money, more money coming in. This can represent new jobs, new businesses, it's a card of stepping off on a new path basically to make money, so a lot of you could be doing that at this time as well. Let's see, what else? It can also represent like partnerships, in regards to finances as well. That kind of just popped into my head. I don't normally say that, but it can represent that. So you could be starting a business partnership or something along those lines also. Next, Two of Diamonds. Again, a very good card of payouts, money coming in, large amounts of money coming in. Again, you would know about it. People always ask me, does that mean I'm going to win the lottery? I always say no, because this card doesn't represent the lottery. It represents, like things that would know about. So not surprises, basically. It would represent like insurance payouts, court payouts, anything like that, basically, or even like commission payouts and things along those lines, or investments. It's a great card for investing, by the way. If you've been thinking about, getting involved in some sort of investment, it's a very good card for doing that. Even some card reading systems do call this card the investor, so, it can represent, finding some sort of investment that would be good for you. I would say that, definitely do your research for sure at this time. You don't have any, but everybody else that I've read for this week pretty much has had a 10. 10s represent needing to gain knowledge. So, I would say that if you are thinking about making some sort of investment, do as much research as you possibly can, and then, make an educated decision from there. But it is a very good card for investing money in things. It can also be a great card for investing money in things like school, like in yourself, like putting the money into yourself, basically. It can represent a good return there. Next, Five of Hearts, jealousy from people around you. I always say just ignore it. This is a card of jealousy to be ignored. And finally, Four of Clubs. This has come up for a few people as well. I usually call this card Mercury retrograde. It kind of just represents retrograde energy, represents like the typical stuff that we deal with during this time. It can be a card of like being restless and impulsive. I would say don't make any decisions based on an impulse, like, split second decision or anything like that. Like I said, with this card, it's not a bad card. It doesn't say don't do the things that you kind of think about doing. It just says, put in the research. Like I said, think about things before you do them at this time. This can also represent a fear of commitment, and this card says, try to let that go as well. But it looks like a good week, very good week for you. So thank you for watching, and enjoy your week.